Judith, the Scourge Diva, versus Teysa, Envoy of Ghosts. The wrong Teysa. And we are on, we're on him to Torak, and we have some removal there. Yeah, we've been playing a lot with Teysa Karlov recently, and this is the second of the Teysa cycle, if you can call it a cycle. So we'll go over what that does momentarily. I think we just go for... We'll get down a tap land first, so get down Arid Mesa. And we can search for that at the end of our opponent's turn. Teysa, Envoy of Ghosts, is a 7 mana human advisor, a 4/4 in Orzhov. Vigilance and protection from creatures. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, destroy it and create a 1/1 white and black spirit with flying. Oh, and our opponent getting into Mana Vault straight away. That's not something we particularly want to see, because that means that Teysa is coming down soon, and we really don't want Teysa on the field. We want to try and outpace our opponent with this Rakdos deck. We can deal with Teysa once with a Dismember, but... Oh no, Ketra's Monument is really good as well. Yeah, criminally underplayed card. In that case, we'll just go in for him to Torak here, I think. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand, so fingers crossed we get something good. They have to discard 2 cards at random with that. Alright, we get Evolving Wilds, which isn't great, but that might have been mana fixing for them. Soul's Attendant could potentially be... Yeah, that could potentially be good. I imagine our opponent's got better stuff going on than that. And the more pings they take from the Mana Vault, the better for us. Nothing on turn 2, so they might have been relying on Soul's Attendant to get themselves a warrior token from Oketra's Monument. Loyal Apprentice is really good with Judith. We'll just go for... Yeah, we'll go for Judith here, so it can hopefully swing in next turn. Loyal Apprentice and the token it produces has haste, so... Yeah, we'll get down the Badlands. And down comes Judith, the Scourge Diva. Gives our creatures +1 to their power. And whenever a non-token creature we control dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. We always yield to this. Yeah, it's Rakdos, 3 mana, and it's a 2/2 Human Shaman. And there is a massive difference between a 4 mana commander and a 3 mana commander, especially in 1 versus 1. Been playing Teysa Orzhov Scion, and she costs 4 mana, and Judith only costing 3 makes a massive difference. Yeah, just in for Loyal Apprentice, I think. Let's get down another Jewel Source, and we'll get down Loyal Apprentice and start showing off how good this card is in this deck. Comes down as a 3/1 thanks to Judith. And then it spits out a 2/1 with Evasion, both of which have haste. Loyal Apprentice is really good in Brooderclad as well, but I think it's even better in Judith the Scourge Diva. There we go, we've just got an extra 5 points of damage on our opponent from out of nowhere. And we can hold up Dismember as well. Mana Vault really helping us out here. Alright, creating a 1/1 Vigilance Warrior, and then when this dies, our opponent gets a 3/2 Eldrazi Horror. And our Delirium is... It gets +3 to its attack, as long as there are 4 or more card types amongst cards in your graveyard. Our opponent only has 2 card types, a land and a creature. Now, I don't think we want to Dismember yet. I think we want to hold on to that. So let's just continue to swing in. We're not going to swing in with Loyal Apprentice. It's too valuable to us, throwing out those evasive creatures. In Rakdos, we obviously want to get down as much damage as possible on our opponent. They could double block here if they want to, but no, they just opt for their 3/2 Eldrazi. And we get 4 damage onto our opponent. And then we could put 2 -1/-1 counters onto that Eldrazi if we want to, so why don't we just hold up that play. Not too worried about the Shrine of Nyx yet, or the Shrine to Nyx, because our opponent doesn't have devotion to any colours as the board state stands right now. This If Near Deadlands is 4 tap and sacrifice a desert. We only have 2 deserts in the deck. Put 2 -1/-1 counters on a target creature an opponent controls. And we can only do that as a sorcery, but our opponent decides to sack both their creatures to Ashnod's Altar to untap Mana Vault. And that might be in order to get Teysa onto the field. Okay, here comes a Sacred Cat. A 1/1 lifelinker. Just wondering if I wanted to dismember that Sacred Cat. Alright, another land. We'll get down this basic so the Smouldering Marsh can come in on tap next turn if we want it to. And we didn't tap the Thopters. I should have done a right click and attack with all. Yeah, they're just chump blocking by the looks of it, which is fine with me. Yeah, that's annoying to not get that extra 2 points of damage in. Must remember to just right click attack with all. This looks to me like Teysa Enovy of Ghosts. And because Teysa is a white creature, our opponent will get another warrior. Getting to the point now where we want to start trying to deal out some ping damage with Judith. So sack outlet wouldn't be terrible. But I think just activating the Deadlands on our opponent is potentially the way to go. We'll pay the 3 mana for a Dismember onto Teysa, and that will get rid of that. 2 cards in our opponent's hand, and well, it doesn't matter which one we do it on. This is 2 -1/-1 counters, and we'll sacrifice that desert just to get a blocker out of the way so that we're not worried about Judith dying here. We still can't attack him with the Loyal Apprentice. We're getting way too much value out of that thing. And there we go, managed to attack him with everything this time. This is 8, 10 damage. And our opponent wisely blocks with the Warrior token. That Oketra's Monument has kept them in the game an extra turn or 2. Yeah, we don't want a Sorin in play, I don't think, do we? Yeah, we'll just get rid of Sorin. And yeah, our opponent just has to scoop there. We might have wastelanded the Nykthos just to force the scoop anyway. But failing that, we could have played it through and probably got the win on our opponent next turn. That is Judith, the Scourge Diva. Really enjoying playing her. I wasn't sure how I was going to build her, but yeah, going the token route and buffing up lots of tokens and then using heavy removal as Rakdos likes to. Yeah, I think that is the way to go. Deck list is in the description if any of you are interested. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.